two big parts. Bad start. Interesting that part of the bad start is attacking moments where, given the way the game, when you play them, they have a unique style. And so the game won't have a real flow, but there's moments where we get an advantage to go by a guy, to finish a play. And so we let ourselves down really throughout the game with when we did create something, not being good enough in key moments. And then defensively, poor organization on the free kick. Gets past Brian is part of the wall. Gets past him. We don't do a good enough job of dealing in the front zone. I haven't seen a replay, but I think the guy that came through got a little touch on it, and it just goes over Tomas. And then the second one in the long ball, Cheeky doesn't do well enough heading it back, and now we've got to really put out a fire. Tristan goes to the ground, and then we're slow to deal with the ball across. I thought we did a good job picking up the tempo, getting things going from the rest of the first half, and hoped that we could continue that in the second half. Second half, Diego has a good chance, Latif has a good chance, Chicho has a chance. So there's some big chances in there that obviously to get to 2-2 and really push the game is key. But again, we fall short.
All right, thanks. Katya, go ahead.
Thanks, Ed. Hi, Bob. What you were mentioning, not being able to dictate the terms early on, the way the team likes it, how much does that complicate the game plan in general? We could see the players' frustration at the end.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt we're frustrated as a group. Too many games, too many results that we don't find a way to come out on the top. And we know that. And a game in San Jose, again, they play off of things. For example, they'll move the left back up and just aim balls for the left back, and he'll jump and flick balls. And so the game, in terms of how it flows back and forth, look, they're good at the way they play, and you have to compete with them in terms of the moments when the game's on their terms, and then when we get the chance to play, to go in transition, to make them pay for certain moments. On our terms, we have to be better. So teams with different styles, and on the day, who can take their way of playing and be better. And so early in the game, that's where they had the advantages. And then as we pushed back into the game, I saw improvement, but we didn't do enough to get to the second goal.
What did you make of Chicho's debut?
Yes, very positive. Has a good presence on the field, works for the team, good mentality, so very pleased.
And lastly, what Mamadou Fall has shown when he's come in, both last game and this game, has shown good things. So does that give you more options going forward? And if you could talk about the substitution, of course, Moody was coming back from an injury and he had a yellow card, so I guess it had to do with that.
Yeah, it was also simply just to be cautious with his hamstring. Before we got into this game, we looked at everything. It's still been a little tight, and we knew going in that he was going to have his minutes capped at either 45 or 60, depending upon the tempo of the game. He had some hard runs in the first half, combined with the yellow card. So we knew it wouldn't go more than 60, and then at halftime we felt like we needed to play it safe. And then you asked about Mamadou Fall. Yeah, for a young player, he's got a real presence on the field. He's athletic, and now we've gotten him in 2 games, and I think he's moving forward in a good way.
Thank you.
Salvador, go ahead.
Thank you, Seth. Hi, Bob. Nice to talk with you. Just want to ask you 2 questions.
Yep.
If I can. First of all, which can be the key, the solution for the situation LAFC is having? Because there are 5 games where LAFC can't win. So which can be the solution for this situation it's having LAFC?
I speak about a couple of things all the time. We're a team that has a clear identity and style of play. Our ability with the ball to create chances, our ability to press, counter press, win balls, create advantages, get chances that way. And then defensively, when we work hard as a unit to make it hard on the opponent and make it difficult for them to get forward a lot, get into our box, create big chances. I think that we've done a pretty good job defensively, but I still think we make too many mistakes. And so, if you look at a number of the opportunities of late, it's a play that starts with a long ball from the other team and our ability to deal with the first ball. If it comes loose, can we manage in the second part of the play to secure the situation? And so that part has a lot to do with some of the goals. So lately we've given up too many goals, and still from an attacking standpoint, I believe that we create good chances, but we are not as efficient right now as we can be. And again, if you look at, I mentioned a couple of the chances in the second half. Right now Diego, we're trying desperately to get him confident again. Diego plays in the moment without much confidence. You see it when he gets certain opportunities, or you see it when he gets the chance to really go by a guy. Brian, it's good to have him back. There's things there that we're just trying to find more consistency. Chicho, first game. I thought Carlos put a lot into it today. So those are important things for us to be a good team, to attack and get the most out of all of our talented attackers.
Hey Bob, you mentioned trying to give Diego a little bit more confidence in certain moments in games throughout the season. What could be done from your end? Obviously, as a coach that has a lot of experience in different situations, what could be done on your end to kind of fix the mental, or is it just a more of a formations and things that you guys go on the weekly basis?
No, when you work with players, you work on the mental side, you work on technical things, you work with the whole team on ideas on how we play. When a player goes through a stretch and he is struggling a little bit, there's different ways. There's times you show confidence. Today, one of the thoughts was maybe by not starting Diego, that would be a way to get him going in the second half. So you try different things to see if you can get him going. And normally what happens is at some point a few plays go his way, and then you see the player that you remember back at his best.
Last question, Josh Brooks. Take it away, Josh.
Thank you. Andy kind of hit on my question, Bob, but when you're working with the team and they're obviously wanting to excel and they're putting the effort in, but it's not quite clicking, do you draw upon your experiences of other teams that have struggled, or is each season, each group of guys different? How do you navigate that?
You draw on all your experiences. You as a staff, we try to discuss every detail. We try to understand how to connect with each player as we go through a season that's not easy. We try to find the right ideas to emphasize positively. We still look at the little things that need to be improved, but we also go out of our way to make sure they see some of the things that we're still doing well, so that the group's confidence stays intact. So, when you go through a season and you've in different ways let some points slip, fighting through it, having a strong mentality, not looking for answers that don't make sense, not coming up with, looking at all the wrong things, still understanding here are the primary things that we've always been about, and now let's understand how we can work every day to make them better again.